Well, good afternoon, one and all. It's Dave here from the iReady podcast, and I am bringing you my post-match reaction to the game which has just finished at Ibrox, where we have drawn the match by 1-1 against Celtic. A game where Rangers, I think, played very well in the first half, not so well in the second half. Some really bad officiating, which we will get into. So, Barry Ferguson making 4 changes to the Rangers team from the draw against St Mirren last week. Missing out in this was Nsiala, Proper, Rice and Igaman, and coming in were Balogun, Barron, Barami and Czerny. So the team that Ferguson put out today was Kelly in goals, James Tavernier playing at right back as captain for his 500th appearance for Rangers, which is some achievement, you've got to say. John Souttar, Leon Balogun sporting a Phantom of the Opera face mask after his injury a few games ago, and Jeffrey at left back. In midfield, Barron, Diomande and Raskin. And then up top, Barami on the left, Czerny on the right and Dessers through the middle. On the bench, Butland, Cortez, Nsiala, Casawan-Yiro, Igaman, Hadji, McCausland, Rice and Danilo. So Rangers, as they did in the last few games against Celtic, starting off really brightly, and a great chance in the first minute from a corner. It was swooped in, a fantastic ball from the right hand side. Leon Balogun rises up, he's almost unchallenged, he gets a bullet of a header, it hits the top of the crossbar and skims over. That's a fantastic chance. I think possibly if he'd have went, not to get as much power into it, more accuracy, he definitely would have scored there. So that was a glaring opportunity for us right in the first minute. 7th minute, poor touch by Diomande in the halfway line. Celtic break into Adam Ida, but a great tackle by Balogun and away for Rangers. Great last-ditch tackle there. End-to-end stuff though, because from that chance that Celtic have, Rangers break the ball to Raskin, into Czerny at the edge of the box. He shoots, it's deflected and saved by the Celtic keeper Sinisalo and out for a corner. From that corner, a header by Raskin, saved on the line by Sinisalo, and still 0-0. 16th minute, Celtic get the ball into the box to Ida. He goes to pull the trigger, but a great sliding block by John Souttar and Rangers clear. And then on the 24th minute, Rangers score, or so we thought. A free kick from the right wing into the box. Nicholas Raskin showing us again how good he is in the air. He rises above everyone, hits a fantastic header, past Sinisalo into the goal. Everybody goes ballistic. And then there's dreaded words, VAR check. The lines were drawn, guys, it was close. You're talking about an inch. If he was an inch, it was just off there. I think it was really unlucky there. But we don't get the decisions. We know that. We've seen it so many times, especially this season with VAR. It goes against us and the game is still 0-0. Quite incredible, and it just adds to the list of disallowed goals against them that we've not had. It's quite incredible. I'd like to actually see the amount of goals that they've had disallowed against us. I bet you there isn't many. Quite incredible. 34th minute, a corner headed by Carter Vickers. Great save by Kelly over the bar, out for a corner. 40th minute, a long cross into the box. Header by John Souttar, but it's past the post. Unlucky there. 44th minute, ball played through the centre to Adam Ida. He runs one-on-one with Kelly, but he pulls off a great save, spreads himself, and Rangers managed to clear. It's not the first time that Kelly will do that for Rangers. And just as we thought we were going to go in at half-time, 0-0, Rangers score a goal, and this time it stands. And it's Diomande in the middle of the park. He looks up and he threads through a fantastic through ball. It's dummied by Czerny. It comes to Dessers, who, let's be honest, guys, I think he'd touched the ball a couple of times in the first half. He takes a great touch to the right, takes it wide, and then fires the ball low past Sinisalo into the back of the net. Great finish by the big man. I had forgotten he was on the park, let's be perfectly honest, but take nothing away for the finish. Excellent goal, excellent time for Rangers to score, and that is how the first half ended, with Rangers winning by a goal to nil. Then into the second half, 51st minute, Rangers with a glorious chance right at the start of this second half. The ball breaks to Dessers. He's running through. He's slightly on the left-hand side. He keeps running. He's got Raskin there. He's got Czerny to pass the ball. He should have passed it earlier. He didn't. He keeps the ball. He keeps the ball. Keeps the ball. Runs into a brick wall. Doesn't manage to get past his player, and it's easily dealt with by Celtic. It was really frustrating at that point. And then in the 56th minute, Celtic have got the ball in the back of the net. Instantly, it is flagged for offside by the linesman. But surprise, surprise, Celtic get the VAR decision. It was poor defending by Rangers, but also poor officiating by the referee, by the linesman, and the fact that VAR have stepped in. Again, we don't get any of the decisions they do. I would have loved to have seen that if it had been the role reversed and that had been us that's there. I could bet your bottom dollar they would have found a way of not allowing that goal. But surprise, surprise, like I said, their goal is allowed to stand against the runny play, I've got to say, because Rangers had started up really well in the second half. That kind of blew the wind out of our sails. 65th minute, a double substitution, Igman and Hadji on. Czerny and Barami off. Surprised at Czerny. He hadn't done much, but still he looked like our only sort of glimmering bit of light as we were going forward. Personally, I would have took Dessers off myself. I don't think he offered us anything in the second half. But, like I say, it was Igman and Hadji on. Half chance for Igman on the 70th minute. He turns at the edge of the box, shoots, but it's well past the post. And then, a glorious chance for me. Again, officiating. I don't know what was going on here. The ball gets played into the box. It falls from Nicholas Raskin at the back post. He slips. We think that he's missed his chance. He manages to get up. He takes a swing at it. It deflects. It lands right at the feet of Hadji. Callum McGregor slides right in. He wraps his whole body and foot round Hadji. Doesn't touch the ball. Doesn't allow Hadji to actually get any connection with the ball. Celtic clear it, and there's nothing in it. It goes to a very, very, very quick VAR check. And surprise, surprise, again, Rangers don't get it. Now, for me, like I said, I was sure that he was impeding him there. I really was. I don't know how that they weren't given a longer VAR check on that one. But, as usual, it's us. It doesn't go for us. Really, really infuriating there. Really frustrating. Is it sour grapes? I don't know, guys. It just seems to happen all the time. So, still 1-1 at that stage. 83rd minute. Hadji, who had just came on, got injured in that challenge with Callum McGregor in the box. He has to come off and Bailey Rice has to go on in his place. And then in the 84th minute, again, shows you the standards of officiating, because Callum McGregor was allowed to do whatever he wanted in this game without being punished whatsoever. The first booking of the match, yes, in the 84th minute, given to who? Barry Ferguson, for remonstrating with the referee. Just again, it showed you the standard of the refereeing today. Absolutely shocking. 88th minute, first player to be booked in the game was Bailey Rice for an absolutely nothing challenge. Again, McGregor, consistent fouling all game. Nothing. I know I keep saying it, but it is really frustrating. 90th minute, there was 7 minutes to be added to the game, and in the 93rd or 90th minute plus 3, Diomande, he limps off, Danilo comes on in his place, and then there was nothing. We thought the game was going to fizzle out, but then the 97th minute, Tav, I don't know what he was thinking, a really poor clearance. Maeda races onto it. He's in a foot race, 1-on-1 into the box with Kelly, but again, Kelly, fantastic, sprints off his line, makes himself big, puts Maeda off, and forces the block in time for Tav to clear the ball and get it away. And that is how the game finished. You know, Celtic did play better in the second half, but I still feel that we were the better team over the piece. We were certainly better in the first half. The start of the second half, that really, really bad decision for their goal took the wind out of our sails, gave them a bit of confidence, but really, they didn't really do much to us. And I just feel we were so lacklustre up front. I don't know what it is with Dessers. We talk about him all the time. Did he feel that he scored the goal in the first half and that was his job done? I don't know. Maybe should have been hooked before that, because we really offered nothing up top in the second half apart from coming from set pieces. We really didn't do much. But that's how the game ended. We didn't get beat, I know that, but we wanted to go out on a high in the last game against them this season. It's been a really poor season. There's still a few games left to go, as we know, but there needs to be a mass clear-out. We said that. We've been talking about it for a while. There are so many positions in defence we are lacklustre. Up front we are lacklustre. And really, let's be honest, there are only 3 or 4 players in that starting 11 that we really would keep in the team. But we have to go on, guys. Like I say, it has been a poor season, but a few games left. We just have to hope that Barry Ferguson can get the team on the pitch. We're playing Aberdeen next week, which we always want to win, so hopefully we get a victory there and a couple of good performances just to round the season off. But Derek and I will be back at some point over the next week. We will talk about this game, other things, possibly even players that we think should be going and who shouldn't be going, but big clear out is needed regardless. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll speak to you later and bye-bye.